Good day, sir. I am Baldoza Annalou, and I am the third reporter of the second group. And my report is the continuation of the second reporter. Analysts should concentrate on three key areas as information is gathered. So first, endpoint analysis. A. Determine what traces the actor of the threat may have left behind. B. Gather appropriate object for creating timeline of events. C. To decide what happened on a computer, examine a bit copy of system from forensic perspective and capture RAM to parse through and identify key object. So, endpoint analysis, also known as endpoint assessment and endpoint security. It is a term used in the realm of cybersecurity. It refers to the process of evaluating and securing endpoints such as computer, mobile devices, servers within a network to ensure that they meet security standards and comply with security policies. Endpoint analysis plays a crucial role in overall network security by protecting individual devices from cyber threats and ensuring the integrity and confidentiality of sensitive data. Organizations use endpoint security solutions and practices to strengthen their security posture and defend against evolving cyber threats. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. RAM is the short-term data storage that for system it stores that the data that your computer is be accessed easily, currently using, so that it can be accessed easily. The more programs you run on your machine, the more memory you use. So the second is binary analysis. Examine malicious binaries or devices leveraged by the attacker and record the features of such program. This analysis is performed in two ways. A. Behavioral analysis. Execute the malicious program in a VM to monitor its behavior. VM stands for virtual machine. It is a programming tool that uses software to run programs and execute applications instead of a physical computer. VMs are primarily intended to run several operating systems from the same piece of hardware at the same time. So, behavioral analysis is a virtual and it is a software-based emulation of a physical computer that operates and executes programs like a physical computer. It allows you to run multiple operating systems on a single physical machine by partitioning the resources of that machine between the different virtual environments. So, popular virtual machine software includes the VMware, VirtualBox, and Microsoft Hyper-V. Each of these tools allows users to create, manage, and run virtual machine on a host operating system. And next is B, static analysis. To check out the entire functionality, reverse engineer the malicious software. So static analysis, it is a technique used in software development and software testing to examine code without executing it. The analysis is performed on the source code of compiled code to identify potential defects, security vulnerabilities, coding standards, violation, and other issues. So, popular static analysis tools include the SonarQube, ESLint, PLint, Checkstyle, and Coverity. These tools are developers that insight into the quality and security of their code bases, helping them improve software reliability and maintainability. Secure and analyze the software if it is insecure. Need to open a code to open a software. So 3. Enterprise hunting to assess the Scope of compromise: evaluate the current structure and event log technologies. All compromised accounts, computers, or etc. are also registered so that efficient containment and neutralization can be carried out. So, enterprise hunting is a proactive approach to cybersecurity that involves actively searching for threats and potential security incidents within an organization network. It is typically involves using advanced tools, techniques, and methodologies to detect and respond to threats that may have evaded traditional security measures. Enterprise hunting is often conducted by skilled cybersecurity professionals or teams who have a deep understanding of cybersecurity threats and techniques used by attackers. Next is containment and neutralization. This is one of the most important incident response levels. That containment and neutralization strategy is based on the intelligence gathered during the review process and the compromise indicators. So operation will be resumed after the system is restored and security is checked. So containment refers to the action taken to prevent the spread of the hazardous material after a spill or release has occurred. The goal of containment is to limit the area affected by the hazardous material and prevent it from spreading to the environment or causing harm to people, property, and wildlife. So, containment measure may include using barriers, absorbent materials, or specialized equipment to isolate the hazardous material and keep it from spreading further. So neutralization involves the process of chemically altering a hazardous substance to make it less harmful or non-hazardous. This can be done by the adding a chemical agent that reacts with the hazardous material to render it inert or less toxic. Neutralization is the often used as a method of mitigating the effects of a hazardous material spill or release. So particularly when the substance poses a risk to human health or the environment. So in the context of emergency response, containment and neutralization are key strategies for managing hazardous materials incidents and minimizing their impact on public safety and the environment. So, these actions are typically carried out by trained emergency responders such as hazardous material teams who follow established protocols and safety procedures to effectively control and mitigate the hazards posed by the incident. And next is coordinated shutdown. After all systems inside the setting that have been compromised by a threat actor have been detected, execute a coordinated shutdown of these devices. To ensure a proper timing, a message must be sent to all RR or incident response teams members. So wipe and rebuild. Wipe the ineffective computers from the ground up and restore the operating system. Change all compromised accounts password. So wipe and rebuild usually refers to the process of completely erasing the data on a computer or device or wiping and then reinstalling the operating system software from scratching or rebuilding. This is a process is often performed as a troubleshooting step to fix issues with a system that cannot be resolved otherwise, or as a security measure to ensure that the system is clean of any malware or unwanted software. And next is threat mitigation is request if you have established domains or IP address known to be leveraged for command and control by the threat actors. Issue requests for threat mitigation to block contact from all egress channels linked to the this domain. So, IP stands for Internet Protocol. Address, it is identification number connected with a particular network of machine or computers. The IP address allows the machines to send and receive data while connected to the internet. And 5 is activity for post-incidents. After the incident is settled, there is more work to be done. Make sure that any detail that can be used to avoid similar events from occurring again in the future is properly recorded. So, complete a report on incident. Documenting the incident would help strengthen the response plan for the incident and increase additional security measures to deter potential security incidents of this nature. So, monitor post-incidents. Strong monitoring of post-incidents activities as threat actor can reappear again. For any indications of triggering indicators that may have been associated with a prior incident, we suggest a security log hawk analysis or SIM data. So, threat intelligence update feeds of threat information for the organization. And next is identify proactive acts, establish new technology measure to avoid accident in the future. And next is gain gross functional buy-in. For the proper implementation of new security policies, communicating around the organization is important. So, next is the criterion for an appropriate incident response plan. So, be simple but accurate. To make a rapid and true determination of who, what, how, when, and why, the IR plan should be straightforward, easy, and direct the incident response team. So the strategy should also provide detailed instruction so that the organization can identify the under attack structure and data and take steps to protect vital assets. So, have a comprehensive responsibilities, roles, and responsibilities. The function and the duties of all the stakeholders are clearly set out business, and each individual employee in particular must have a clear understanding of their task to be performed in the event of an incident. An adequate step must be taken to minimize the effect and protect the loss of confidential data. Next is bringing professional and non-professional technical staff together. So the IR plan should not be confined only to the department or IT or security department. Only if the both technical and non-technical teams such as legal, compliance, human resources, and public relations, etc. are dedicated and participate in the implementation of the IR plan is the IR plan successful. C. Provide a system classification. Establish a system for incident classification so that you can prioritize the task or incident response properly. For future remediation purposes, classification will also assist you to extract meaningful metrics such as from intensity, attack vector, effects, and root cause. So, second is understand the priority of the organization. Finally, the IR strategy should be compatible with the organizational goals. So, identify what matters most to the organization and weave those priorities into the IR activities. So, next is the do's and don'ts answer of incident. 5 things do not do during an incident. Here are the things not to do during incident. So, number 1 is not to panic. It is the hardest thing to do during the event of the you can do. You want to keep calm, and it will help you do just that, to have an IR strategy. And the second is do not shut down the infected system. So you could lose volatile data containing significant forensic information by shutting it down. So, 3 is unless otherwise instructed. Do not discuss the incident with anyone, being selective about the audiences you want to interact with about an event that has just begun to unfold in critical. So, 4. When accesses a device environment, do not use domain administrative credentials. Threat actors are eagerly waiting to log in to with enterprise-wide access so that they can catch the password to obtain maximum environmental power. And 5 is do not execute non-forensic software on the infected system. This will be overwrite the timelines associated with the attacks in the master file table. Again, it is imperative to not tamper with the timeline so that you can follow exactly what occurred during the incident. So, things to do during an incident. Use forensic tools to extract volatile data and other essential objects from the device. Forensic tools are capable of connecting to the system without altering any timestamp on the computer. So, 2 is gather internal intelligence based on non-compromised indicators or IOC. Check the web for details you found during initial incident report about the specific MDs, IPs, address, and domains. And 3rd is safeguard system and other media for forensic collection. And 4 is collects suitable logs, Windows events, proxy, NetFlow, antivirus, firewall, etc. may include this at both the network and the display the story. The endpoint stage, it is vital to display the story. And that's all sir. Thank you and God bless.